Hello everyone, welcome back to Clair Obscur Expedition 33, or I guess just Clair Obscur now. Obscure being the main word I'm thinking. I had a bit of time to stew on the Act 2 stuff. Honestly, I think my mistake with that was recording that all in one sitting, because I was exhausted by the end. I didn't really have a chance to properly digest what happened, so I went back, had a look at it, had a look at some previous scenes too, and that was all set up. So at the end, we fought the Paintress, a boss fight I wasn't the biggest fan of, mainly because I was exhausted after doing Renoir. I was like, okay, now we got this. I think in hindsight, if I had done them in different sessions, I think I would have enjoyed the Paintress more. But like, that's just me, like, wanted to get through it. And wanted to get it all done in those recordings. That's why I had to split it into two in the end, because having that all in one episode would have been exhausting for you guys, I think. So I divided that up into two. But at the end there, Verso read Alicia's letter, and some stuff to digest from that. He who paints death, she who paints life. The Paintress, or at least the person we have seen, the god of the painted world, I definitely think there is some inspiration from Dark Souls 3 in this. In Dark Souls 3, there was a storyline in the DLC about the painted world of Ariandel. Oh no, is it Ariandel or is it Aramade? One of those two. But it's the painted world, and there is a character in that game, in that DLC, who is painting a new world. After the whole idea of Dark Souls is the world is ending. So you spend that DLC hunting down Gale, who will give you this soul of the Dark Souls that will allow you the creation of this new world. And it kind of reminds me a lot of that, like a painted world, a world created by a singular person for what I believe to be grief. This person, Anine, whatever her name was, lost her son. I don't think she lost her daughter. That's us, Alicia. I think we are her daughter, who was also in the fire, but I think Verso's the one who died. And the Verso that we encounter in the painted world is a creation of her. They mention the fact that he's going to die. And if he does this, they'll be condemning everyone in this world. Renoir says that. And then we look at Renoir and the creator, and kind of sitting on that a little bit. The thing that interested me about Renoir is that he doesn't want people to get to the monolith. And getting to the monolith means the end of the painted world. So that implies to me anyway, is that he is also a creation of the Paintress in the image of her father. He who paints death. She who paints life. And then we have the creator as well, who I don't know who they are yet. I have a theory that they might be the real world version of Renoir trying to end the dream, because this doesn't seem very healthy, and I don't know how they've done this, but yeah, that's kind of the impression I got from that. And there's a lot of like hints that the painted world is obviously a dream. Like, Gestrels are strange creatures that wouldn't exist in our world. Esquire being the most powerful being in the world and yet not lifting a finger to help us against the Paintress was an interesting thing as well. Just like how it almost felt like a fairy tale. I had no intentions with it, chat, but episode 3 has a picture of Mael on it. And I literally called the episode Fairy Tale. Past Flower subconsciously predicted that was the way they were going to be going story-wise. I can see people being annoyed by it. Like, people don't like it when it's like all a dream. But I think it works in this game because those people are not... It's not a dream. Those are people in that world. Living, breathing people. Ciel, Loon, Gustav, they were alive. Created by the Paintress. And them dying because of her grief, them existing because of her grief, and trying to deal with it. Kind of sad. And then the question is, what's the countdown? Why are we counting down from 100? Why are people who are at the age dying Gamage? Well, I think partially that's because the world might be unstable. That people are just being removed as the dream goes away. Erased, like literally on a canvas, they're being erased from it. And then there's the fact that whenever the expeditionists try to go out, Renoir always tries and stops them and kills them. Verso is also there to help us because he is a creation of the Paintress, and I think knows that to a certain extent, and realizes that he, alongside everyone else in the world, just kind of can't exist, which is why he tries to build a relationship with the other characters. Like, you can build relationships with them, get new grading attacks, that kind of thing. So I don't know why it's counting down, necessarily. Like, there's a couple of theories we can make. One, it's to represent grief. Like, the grief of losing one's loved one. It always happens with people who are most connected. You're either older, younger, or the same age. Either way, there will be loss. You will die and your child will be left behind and they'll have to deal with the grief. Your partner will die because they're just a bit older than you, like Gustav, or your parents will die because they were caught in the ending, and they are put in that state of kind of legacy and thinking about, can they even have children, which was also probably a thing the Paintress maybe wanted them to feel. But I don't really see the Paintress as malicious, though, because she's doing this to save her son, to see her son again. I don't see her as an enemy. There's like an outside force here that I think is responsible. Well, obviously she paints the number. She's the one doing that. But she doesn't seem to be entirely there either. When we met her, she seemed confused that Verso was there, that other characters were there. And then we have Alicia, who is us, who is Mael. Mael is a painted version of Alicia in some capacity, maybe subconsciously created by the Paintress to end it. And that's why whenever we see the White Mask girl, Alicia, and it goes into that different aspect ratio, it does that because we are seeing a different reality. A reality that is connected to ours. She paused in reality to speak to herself. So that's my theories. I didn't get a chance to talk about it at the end of last episode because I was so exhausted after doing all that. So I wanted to get them out now. I have no idea how long this is going to be.
Come along now. I'm in Renoir's atelier.
I am very happy that this game did not end of that. I think it would have been fine. I wouldn't have hated it, that being the ending, everyone like gamaging at the end, because there's enough there to kind of build the story yourself. But the fact that we get more, fuck yeah. Like, not every game will do this. It's like if, like, it kind of, like, they're not doing the Bioshock Infinite thing, if they kept going instead. Right, there we can show them the manor. Yeah, this is the manor that burned down. It's sad that, like, oh god. Oh god, did you have another eye? What the hell? I didn't even realise that. Also, that's very rude, but... Verso. So, that also brings up something else that I was thinking about in that regard. There will never be another family portrait, will there? Right. He will always be missing. Yes, he died in the fire. I thought he did. Because he also has a burn mark on him in the flashback. In the painted world. Gustav looks a lot like Verso. And I think that was the intention, for the devs anyway, so that his death could be hidden. Because you notice that Gustav is not on the poster. It is Verso, but because it's from the back, it looks like Gustav. So when you look at that, you're like, oh, that's Gustav. No, that's Verso. They just hide the fact that he's dead. Damage from the fire runs too deep. This wall can't be saved. Papa can repair the fire damage, and Clair can repaint the walls, but it will never be the same. Clair. And these paintings make more sense now. They're not the painted world. Look at this, the monolith with the 33 on it. This is stuff that the Paintress painted. It might even just be a metaphor. Like that they might be as simple as it just being a metaphor for her dealing with her grief. I can see people being annoyed about that, like how personal the story is. They want it to be more epic and grand in scale, but I kind of love it. I like the idea that this is all stewed from one person. It's like Layers of Fear, but good. God, that music. It gives me big Majora's Mask vibes. I don't know if that's where the game wants me to go or not. There's nothing for me outside these doors. In Paris. My speaker Clair. He's in Papa's atelier. So Papa is Renoir. Renoir being the opposing force, I think, to...
Alicia quit dawdling.
Yeah.
End of the corridor, you know where it is.
My personal hope. Oh, the goodest boys. The goodest boys. Noko. And Monoko the Third! He seems so perfectly... so peaceful by the fire. Oh, yeah, so she created gestures. And that is like the big thing that kind of makes you think that it's all like created by her. Like the fact that gestures exist. Kind of almost Wizard of Oz-esque. Our family's artwork, the little one in the corner is mine. The only one my mum deemed acceptable for the wall. Oh. Is she like... was she like an overbearing parent then? Fuck. It makes it difficult to sympathize with her, I think, that she would create this world and unintentionally cause these people to be tortured. Because Verso was only queer when the fracture occurred, which we have no history before the fracture even happened. No one knows about it, which might explain why Monoko was like so silent during that ending, because he kind of knew to a certain extent that like the fracture is the beginning, was the beginning of their world. Beautiful. Clair's harp and my mum's piano. Verso, I miss hearing you play. I miss all the silly songs you wrote for me. Everyone really liked Verso. I mean, he's nice. Again, the game fully like makes you like Verso because he tries to help the others deal with their grief, which is probably, I think, the biggest theme in this game is grief. Everyone is dealing with, whether it be Gustav's death or Noko dying instead of Monoko, him dealing with that, the different ways that grief is handled. Like, if you think about it, let's think about this from the painter's perspective. She wanted to create a world where her son was alive and that there was no death. There was no, like, human death in this world. That didn't happen because the fracture occurred and then people started marching. But in a sense, in this world that she created, Verso was immortal. He couldn't die. And she created these creatures called Gestrels. Gestrels that very much existed where they could die, but they were reborn. They were always reborn. They're like little trees that can be regrown. Like that might have been made by her to make her deal with the fact that death is not eternal in this world. There's a lot of good themes here. It's a really interesting plot line, and it's so well thought out, I think. Holy shit. Are we still in the Paintress's world? Masks. Or was that painting called Verso? What the fuck is this? DLC, maybe? Was the painting called Verso? Maybe. That was a painting made for her son. Because Verso mentioned that, so this was Verso during that fight. And the Paintress as well. the axons. What does axon mean in French? I want to have a look. Axon is a company name. Okay, no, they haven't got it. Etymology for the word axon. Have a look at this. It's a Greek word which means axis or axle. Rotate or organize. Axon was adopted to describe the long thread-like part of a nerve cell that acts as the main axis for transmitting signals from the neuron. The central axis. So I guess like they are central pieces of the artwork. But it's not really a painting term. Right, that's the painted realm. I'm gonna call it the painted realm because I think that's good. The painted world of Ariandel. It's so very Dark Souls. So very Dark Souls. I love it. Has to be inspired because it's exactly the same thing in that game, basically. Even not, or maybe not, but like, there's some Nevrons here. So if you create the Nevrons, then that makes sense. He's the lead developer of Sanfor Interact Studios. Are they in this world right now? Their minds are in there?
Finally.
Oh, it was Clair, not the mother.
Our little shadow is awake.
What's going on with your eyes? Everyone's got weird stuff going on with their eyes right now. Oh, never mind. So she must be my older sister, I assume. Because she's also into painting, I think.
Our parents are quite the stubborn pair. They're still fighting each other inside the canvas.
Right. Yeah, okay. So they are fighting each other. I think at first glance, you might see that as the Renoir we see killing people to stop the exposition from occurring. But they're not fighting each other. That Renoir is not doing that. He's helping the paintress and keeping it stable. I think the ones they're thinking about are the curator, the paintress. Interestingly called the curator, which, again, define curator. Let's have a look at this. A curator is a person responsible for managing, organizing, and overseeing a collection, typically in a museum, gallery, library, or archive. This gallery, this manor is his. He governs all the paintings, while she, the paintress, is the one who does the paintings. So, in that sense, that is their role within this world. Notably, whenever the curator showed up, he's always been there to help us, either making expedition materials, or helping us upgrade our weapons, or showing us the manor to get like items and saving our game. That manor has always been there to help us. If you remember, Verso mentioned that the manor itself was the paintress's heart. Maybe they were speaking on that as the curator. The curator is the heart of the paintress, like he is part of her. And through his connection with Verso and Mael, who was Alicia, they were able to destroy the creation of Renoir by the paintress. So them fighting each other, maybe he's the reason the countdown's occurring. He is slowly destroying the canvas, and thus people are being gamaged and saved. I don't really see how he's a bad guy, though. In this case, he seems to be the good guy because he's ending this world that very much should not have existed in the first place.
He has her imprisoned at the top of the monolith, and she has him trapped beneath. It's a stalemate.
I'm worried. They've been inside the canvas for so long. That's a thought, not said out loud.
They've spent longer than this in other canvases. It's not that dire.
So this is an ability they just have. They can just do this. They can just create other canvases. Right, her throat's burned. She can't speak. Yeah, that's something they mentioned.
Yes, I know. Maman's been in there for quite a while already. And Renoir is wasting time in there, trying to help someone who doesn't want his help. We have more urgent matters to attend
If
to.
you had that power to create a canvas, a living, breathing world, maybe this world has always existed. Maybe this painting, this different version of Paris Lumiere, as it might have been, I'm guessing the painting might have been called. Maybe it always existed with gestures and these happy people in them. And then one day when the fire broke out and she lost her son, she was distraught. The grief consumed her. And so she went to this painting, her masterpiece, her magnum opus, Lumiere as it is called. What does Lumiere mean in French? It means light, sunlight, in French. So in that regard, the fracture, instead of being the creation of the world, which actually makes more sense now, because why would he paint this after the fire occurred? The world had always existed, and then when he interceded, added Verso to it, added Renoir, created her own little family in this world, it then led to the fracture. Renoir stepped in, didn't want this to occur, and led to the death of everything. In that regard, then, I guess Renoir is the villain, because this is a world of living, breathing people, and his involvement in this world to try and bring his wife back out of it led to the death of so many people. Many, many people. And in that regard, I can't really forgive him for that, but, like, this is also partly the painter's fault as well. Like, she's the one who wanted to see her son again, and yes, it's grief. It's a terrible, terrible thing, and I fully understand why they both did what they did. It's just a telling of a good story, I think. That there's so much to think about in this. Did you see Verso?
You're as bad as Aline. He's not Verso. He's a painted copy built from our mother's memories. You do well to remember that.
I know that, I'm not a child.
Don't roll your eyes at me, sister dear. I know you're not a child, but you're not grown either. And too many in our family have lost all caution and sense of late. Help her do what? Run away and hide? She's already succeeded there. Honestly, if Aline wants to numb herself in the canvas, then let her.
It's causing so much pain, though.
Grief is no excuse. We're all grieving. She's a grown woman, and she was the head of the Painters' Council. She failed her responsibilities.
Painters' Council?
I don't have time to coddle her. And before Verso died, she would have said the same.
Yeah. She was, I can already see it now, she was stuck up, like, harsh, a leader, and wanted her children to continue in arts, in the pursuit of arts, Verso with piano and music, and Alicia with paintings. Alicia didn't do a great job as much as her mother wanted, and it annoyed her beyond end. And when the fire broke out and her prized boy, her baby boy, burned and died, she just lost it all, basically. She might not care about Alicia and Clair as much, maybe, in that regard.
I already have. Aline is more skilled than Renoir, but I've tipped the scales in his favor. I have my pets in place. She who controls chroma controls the canvas. I can't take her chroma, but I can keep it from returning to her.
I can't take her chroma, but I can keep it from returning to her. Right, that's why we get chroma from fights. Understood.
Yes, it's enough. It's just a matter of time. As she weakens, Renoir is able to erase her oldest creations.
She weakens, Renoir is able to... Yeah, like Renoir. Like the fake Renoir.
With the exception of her obscene fake family. She's made them immortal.
No!
Luckily,
No,
also quite
he was
useless.
referring to all the people in Lumiere, like, with the Gamage. Right, okay. Well, the Gestrels, though. The Gestrels, I guess, are fine.
I need you to take care of yourself while I'm gone. Don't be naive. The world doesn't stop simply because our family is in mourning. The conflict is spreading, and there are things I must do if we painters are to survive.
Want to help? There's some good world building here with the painters. I could definitely see the devs creating like their own like little universe for themselves. Like imagine how many other worlds we could explore in this series. Clair Obscur might end up being multiple things. Now, what does Clair Obscur mean? What does Clair mean in French? Clear or light? What does obscure mean in French? I assume dark. Light, yeah. Light, dark. Expedition 33. And that makes sense too, considering those enemies we fought in the monolith. Like, Obscur was dark themed, Clair was light themed.
You will do nothing. You're too weak to do anything useful. You'd be a liability.
Come on, man.
The writers used you against us once before. They won't hesitate to use
The
you again.
writers.
And I can't promise that I'll make the same choice Verso made. Verso traded his life for yours. I both love and hate him for that. The damn fool. Although, if you really want to be useful, then enter the canvas and help Renoir. I need him back here sooner rather than later.
This is in the past. This is for sure in the past. Like we have already succeeded in stopping the Paintress. So, is the rest of this game going to be us catching up with these events?
I'll fight this war alone if I have to, but I'd really rather not.
That makes sense. So we can't say anything. We had to put a letter down because we literally our photos burned. We can't speak in this world.
Can you handle that? Lest you forget, the only reason those two are in there is because your naivety cost Verso his life.
Your naivety cost Verso his life.
Good. Go to the canvas when you're ready, and repaint your throat when you're in there, before you completely forget how to have a conversation.
Right, yeah, I was wondering.
Lest you forget. Good. And
Your naivety led to Verso dying. Did she create a fire with the painting and it spread across the whole manor? Oh god. Esquire. No, not Esquire. Dog? Lumiere. The tree that Gustav was buried under. Oh, this is so cool. We haven't seen this yet, I will say. Is that Mael? This game is fucking awesome. Right, is that the fire that you made, maybe? I mean, it's a good painting. Versus childhood canvas, where we used to play. Where he painted Esquire and Monoko. And where my mum and Papa now fight. Clair's right, it's my fault, I should fix this. There must be some manner of time dilation going on here too then, because it has been like 60 years in the painting, while in this world it hasn't been. I guess maybe time flies in the painting, like Narnia. I do want to fix this. If I can, Verso would have. No, we know how to talk and breathe again without pain, about my face being... Not that that's the reason to do this, no, it's the right thing to do after everything I've caused. Enter the canvas. Canvas curse? I had to hold myself for naming episode 7 Canvas Curse. I thought that would be too silly.
If we bring Maman out of the canvas, she'll try to return. We must hide the canvas.
Well reasoned. And such a clever hiding spot you've chosen. She'll still find it, but I'm impressed. This only truly ends if you destroy the canvas.
Yeah, this is afterwards now. That past scene was a flashback. Now we're getting the actual ending. Either destroy the world.
The final sliver of Verso's soul from painting.
So when am I going to be allowed to fly around on Esquare's back?
See? That wasn't so hard. Wait. That's Aline's chroma. Stay calm. Don't let it take control of you. Calm, Alicia, or it'll paint over you. What an auspicious start. Well, you're about to be reborn in this world as one of Aline's creations. Have fun.
Might Mayel.
At least this will keep you out of trouble until I get back.
She doesn't even care that much. I mean, I guess he can't really be hurt because she's outside the painting. Epilogue Alicia. What? Whoa! What's going on? Act 3? Act 3? I've got a big old dumb grin on my face. Right now. Act 3? Yep. Mayel is one of the... So why did the paintress create Alicia then, or Mayel then?
She's a girl. She's beautiful. What a lovely voice. My love, did you decide on a name?
Mayel.
Yes. Oh, my darling girl. We have precious little time.
This is
together.
great. This game actually giving fucking answers.
But I want you to know that you are loved.
Instead of just like ending and then allowing the audience to work it out for themselves. That's the makings of a great game, in my opinion.
Beautiful child I held in my arms. You will smile the brightest smile.
Did...
You will cry.
Oh, Gustav.
You will know love. And you will know pain.
Mayel
You will know loss
meant
and
like
sorrow.
royalty, right? That
Because
name.
we live in an unforgiving world. But you are strong. And you will survive. You will struggle. And you will learn. You'll find people to call your own. And you will shine as their guiding light. For you will change the world. And the people around you. You'll forever be our princess. I have decided on her name.
Ah, princess.
And her name will be... Mael.
If the game ended there, I would not be surprised. Is that it? Is that it? No. Oh my god, Act 3! Mayel. Oh shit! It's not post-game. This whole like last few episodes have been me like, is the game, is that it? I don't want it to end. Oh. How is this gonna work though? Because like Ciel and Luna gone, Monoko's gone, but there are still areas I have yet to explore. So we have white hair now too, just like how we had it in a... Well, every one of them have white hair, right?
Actually, I prefer Maya.
Hmm.
I think I do too. But I'm not really Versa, and you're not really Mael, are you?
You're not Verso, no. You look and sound just like him, but you're you. I'm still Mael, though. You should have helped me remember.
Yeah, I wanted to, but
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. If I'd listened to Maman, if I hadn't trusted the writers, Verso would still be alive and you
Wouldn't exist.
wouldn't be caught in the middle. Maman did a terrible thing, painting you into Verso's canvas, giving you his memories, pretending the fire only took me. But I'm glad you exist.
Your father was right to erase everyone. It's better this way.
Better for who? Verso would never have wanted his canvas gone. He loved Esquier and his gestrels and grandes.
It was killing our mother.
there's points to both sides, I think.
Make-believe world with her make-believe family.
It's not make-believe. It's not. You're not to me. Papa's here. He'll help me fix Lumiere.
Will he?
Maman painted a rather unflattering portrait of him.
Hmm.
He's much warmer than the Renoir, you know.
I bet.
So now we're here to fix the painting, I guess, in the world. Does that mean Gustav can come back? And all our friends? Can we repaint them? Oh my god, we got control. Painter power Pictos acquired. The power to deal more than 9,909 damage. Yes, everyone's gonna have that, I guess, right now. Second chance is also on, so we'll go put on, where is it? Painted power. How much? How many points is that? 5. Okay, everyone's gonna need that when we get them. Barrier breaker. Notably, that is the thing that Mael got. Considering that, you know, she is the barrier breaker in this case. Oh no, they still got those, but they still got their Pictos. We might get them back. Has access to new skills, does she now? Well, I can't view them. We need to go to an expedition thing. Look at this! Do we have our old hair? Cool, real Mael. God, why do all RPGs have a character go white-haired in the last bit? What's going on,
Your father was
man?
the one erasing everyone. Why would he help repaint everything?
I hid the canvas before I entered, so Maman can't come back again. There's no need to erase the canvas anymore.
He'll want you to go home.
I'm not at risk like Maman. I haven't been in this canvas that long. Besides, Papa has a soft spot
So-
for me. He'll listen.
Just kind of like getting the order of the timeline here into our head. Mayao Alicia. Alicia entered the painting while the two were still there, and she was the white-haired girl. She forgot to, I guess, clean her throat or deal with her throat, and then she gave the letter to Verso at the end. She didn't speak to him, but she gave him the letter, and then when he exited the canvas, she then re-entered it later after the paintings had been taken out, after her mother had been taken out, and Renoir had also been taken out. Renoir, I guess, also still helping us with this. And there he is, the curator down there. And when we re-entered, we were Mael, and we had gone back in time a few years to be reborn as this new character because Mother's chroma was still there and allowed for us to, I guess, live in the world. Maybe that was Mother's intention, to make us live the people, see their world, and choose whether to let it die or live again. He's got the paint. He's got the paintbrush. Why didn't you appear as like an actual person? I guess no. We're a creation in this form, right? These are just the forms they take, like godlike beings who can't speak. There he is.
Papa.
Alicia.
Andy Serkis gets to return.
You're safe. I thought I told you to stay home.
Technically, my body's at home.
Some of Eileen's finest work. I regret that it caused you so much pain. What Eileen did was unfair to you most of all. Please, accept the Descendre family's apologies.
Maybe Verso can still live in this world as a canvas, but he can stay here.
To offer oblivion as recompense, but perhaps that's the outcome we both desire.
What?
I'm proud of you. Getting your mother out
Oh,
of the
no.
canvas was not easy. Once we erase the canvas, we won't have to worry anymore.
She's home now. Why?
You know your mother. Verso painted this canvas. It contains a piece of his soul. She'll never willingly part with it.
No.
For the sake of the living, we must part with the dead.
No, Papa. See, I hid the canvas.
She will always find it. This is our only opportunity, while she's too sick from her prolonged descent into the canvas to return.
No. Papa. Papa,
Oh
please.
god, the game's gonna make me
This is
choose,
Versa's
isn't it?
only canvas.
So, yeah, the game's 100% gonna make me
You can't destroy the last piece
choose.
of him that we have. This is my home now. You can't just decide.
You're home? After all that with your mother, you want to stay?
You know how little remains of my life outside.
Alicia, you'll die. You've already been here longer than you should.
But
No. Look at me, I said no. I am not letting my daughter risk her life. Alicia.
I'm not, Mama. I'm not going to lose myself if I stay.
I know full well you will, and I am not doing this again.
Oh, he's angry. What's going on? We're about to have a boss fight? What's going on?
Papa, what are you...
It's time to go home.
I understand this point of view. He hasn't gotten attached like we have. But these are people. There's a part of Verso in this world. Okay, we're keeping him alive with a Gamage. Esquire!
All aboard!
Yay, Monoko!
Versa,
We didn't see
come
Monoko
on.
disappear, did we?
Come on.
Are Loon and CL not going to be playable in Act 3? I think they might not be. It wouldn't make sense for them to be. What is this? The game is going to make me choose. Did he grab the chroma of Loon and CL, maybe? Look at those things! They're crazy, I love them, oh my god. Oh. We looked into the void for a second there. Back to Lumiere as the accumulator's got. Game's so cool. On the one hand, I don't think the painting should be destroyed. Because... Look, the Gestrels don't deserve to die. They were always here. They always got to exist. Is she trying to bring them back? Can she bring Gustav back? She did grab some chrome before she left.
I did it so easily. What am I doing wrong?
Don't be discouraged. It's only been a day since you remembered your painter's side.
We believe in you.
Remember them.
Oh, if Gustav comes back, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, he could come back too because like his ability's missing. We're gonna get Gustav back. Fuck! Fuck!
Truth.
Oh, they're ready for that. Well, he didn't Gamage though. He just died.
Your father made the axles, right? She who plays with wonder, he who guards truth with lies. They're the essence of your mother and your brother.
Right. So what's the third one then? There's a third axon too. Maybe that's our sister. No, well, the third one had like an entire city on its back. She who carries the weight of the world on her back, maybe? No, no Gustav.
How did we got marched? Well, your hair.
Yeah, we got a lot to explain to you two. So you're both creations of this world.
We have much to talk about.
Whether you're alive is up to viewer interpretation. I like to think you are alive.
So you were her daughter. And you were a paintress too.
So cool, right?
And you knew this whole time. You fucking coward! You betrayed us! We trusted you.
You can bring them back too. Yeah? Everyone we've lost.
Yeah, but I need chroma and Papa controls all the chroma in the canvas.
No,
I don't like that.
not all of it. The expeditioners. The ones killed by Nevrons. Gustav noticed their chroma remains in their bodies. They never dissipated, like the gamage.
It's old chroma and not pure. It won't be like bringing the two of you back, but we could use it in other ways.
Time for the greatest expedition in history.
We build Lumiere, I guess, is the idea, right? I don't know how I feel about that, though. I guess we're bringing back the people who gamaged, and it wasn't fair that they were taken as well. It's not fair that their world was destroyed. We should definitely be Mael right now. We should not be Gus. We should not be Verso. Game. We shouldn't be Verso right now. It doesn't suit this. Like, Act 2, we played as Verso. Act 3, we should be Mael, considering that, like, this is her act. Let us be. I guess it wouldn't work for the relationship stuff, and they want us to keep doing that. Let's put some music on while we're here. Let's put on Alicia's birthday party. There are like I'm starting to think we're going to get a choice at the end of the game to choose to save this world or destroy it. On the one hand, the game has done a fantastic job like making us see both sides of it, I think. I don't want to destroy Lumiere. I like the characters here. However, the idea of bringing them back like we have some manner of creative control feels unnatural. But the way they're treating it, that people who've been killed by Nevrons will stay dead, that's fine, which means Gustav can't come back. So I guess just bringing back the people who unfairly got gamaged kind of makes some sense in my head. How you doing, Monoko?
Not to say I told you so, but I do believe that I did, in fact, tell you so.
This is not the time for this.
Thanks for the support. Was it worth it? What will you do now?
I'll do my best to earn
What
their
will you
trust
paint
back.
now?
Quite a steep hill to climb.
Wait, how are we gonna do expedition materials if the curator is gone?
Lune,
I was right not to trust you.
and what would you have done in my position?
I wouldn't have betrayed my expedition.
This is not a good song for
I
this.
would have warned them that
This is a
everyone
terrible
they
song
cared
for
about
this.
was about to be erased. That they were about to be erased. I would have told them the truth. Because after everything we've been through, we deserved
I
it.
don't know about that, Loon. I feel like them not knowing that they were about to Orgamage made their deaths at least. Like, they would have no time to come to terms of it. They would be, you would come back and tell them that they were all going to die, and then they would die in absolute fear. Like, if Verso had gone back and told them all this, no one would have gone out. No one would have done it. Everyone would have stayed and accepted it. And would have died. At least this way they had hope.
So you choose your expedition over your mother?
That's your problem. You think in false dichotomies. It wasn't an either-or situation. Other solutions were possible if you'd only trusted us enough to ask.
Knowing what you know now, would you have helped me force my mother out of the canvas?
No, because you have no care for their world.
I don't apologize.
It's not your world.
But I am sorry I broke your trust.
A simp.
And I will do everything I can to help bring everyone back.
I guess we'll see.
The metronome in the song. I would like to play Goblu. Let's play Verso.
Oh, everyone's mad at you.
Are you?
Ischia can be sad, or bad, or even rad, but never, ever mad. Bad things happen when we get mad.
Like you can destroy the entire world?
Oh, I know.
But
I want a game of Esquire, Alicia, and Verso having fun and just running around this painted world together.
Save it. I don't need your mea culpa. You did what you felt you had to. Of course, you were wrong. But, oh well.
Difficult situation.
I thought you'd be more upset.
I was. I got over it. Everything I knew about our world is wrong. And you know what? I don't care. 'Cause death isn't death anymore. And that means I can see my husband again.
CL.
Oh, please. I'd sacrifice you in a heartbeat to get him back.
I'm glad you're at least telling me that.
I understand. We're good.
What a fantastic fucking story. I know I talked about it before.
As long as you help me bring Pierre back,
I was very scared.
you own it.
You got it.
I was very scared when we got out of this and it was going to be it was all a dream kind of situation, but the way they've handled this is superb. Like there's such conflict between the two. I don't know where I stand right now. On the one hand, they've done a fantastic job making me care for these characters and wanting to see this world continue. But as Renoir did say, there's no place you can hide this canvas from Aline. Aline will find the canvas again, will cause all this shit to go down again, and it will kill her. And Renoir wipe the canvas. There is no world where this world will get to stay. I can't see that happening. In a sense, us putting it out of its misery of that gamage was probably the nicest thing we could have done. At least that's what I think in this regard. Could we hide the canvas? Maybe, but that isn't the situation we have no control over. We don't know enough about that to understand it, but it's a world that unfortunately was broken the second the paint just went into it and changed everything because of Verso's death. Put Verso back into it, destroyed the canvas. And if I was given the choice to either save this world or destroy it, I think I would go with the latter. I know it's a very extreme thing to say, but we kind of have to speak about that in regards to, yeah, this world is no longer is functional in regards where it can now exist. I think knowing that they can bring anyone back who had been gamaged brings up a lot of interesting things, and I guess they now live in a world with creative mode. And then there's the whole argument of whether this world is even like whether it's healthy to stay in a world like this for Mael. She's not prepared to stay here, as Renoir said, it's killing her. I kind of agree with him to a certain extent, which is not good.
We have to push Papa out of the canvas before he erases everything.
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
He's been weakened by his battle with Maman. That's probably why he hasn't come after us. But it won't stop him for long.
I'm going to have to properly focus into combat now too, now that our damage exceeds 9,999. I love that too, how they put the damage lock into the story. It makes sense. We're breaching the Paintress's creative control. We are breaching past set amount of damage and have gone past that point. That is great. I love it.
If you and your father keep fighting, you risk
because she's a Paintress too.
Another fracture, but this time, it might be you trapped inside the monolith.
What's the alternative?
Maybe you should go home.
Not now. We've given them hope. We can't really go back on this now.
Verso.
You're fighting each other, but you're all doing the same thing.
No.
Eileen wants her son back. Renoir wants you and Eileen back. You want Gustave back. The cycle we needed to break wasn't the gamage. It's your family's cycle of grief. Our whole world carries the burden of your family's grief.
I'm with Verso. Create the greatest expedition in history. Right in Gustave's yeah, there's not really a whole lot we can do in this now, is there? So the world is created by me. She writes about everything. The Paintress, Eileen, Renoir, so no matter what happens, the truth will be written somewhere. Elle immerses herself in Gustave's journal, poring over every detail. She will forever cherish his memory. Memories of Gustave inspire Mael. Skill unlocked. Gustave's homage. She is sure that when she brings, they'll want to read this story. Mael heads back. I think the others will be a cutscene, so let's do that. Verso needs to get back into the good graces of everyone.
Nice hair.
Oh yeah. That.
I can't believe there's another world out there. A world I'll never get to see.
I'm sorry. I didn't. My memories. I would have told you if I'd known.
Don't apologize. You were trapped too. You lived among us. You're one of us. Even if you're also one of them.
It's so weird. I have memories of 2 childhoods, 2 homes, 2 Lumiere.
One of them is Paris.
You're not an orphan anymore. You just found your family. Don't you want to be with them?
I love my family, but they're all gone. In one way or another. And you're my family too. So are Gustave and Emma. And I didn't see it at the time, but all the families who took turns taking care of me.
Maya.
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah. But for the first time in a long time, I have hope.
It's such a hard decision to make. The game wants us to lean That they're painting Renoir as the villain. They're painting destroying the world as a villain. Oh, we can do that here now. Okay, good. Also, they said Maya has new skills. Void damage. Where's the Gustav skill we got? Deals high single target light damage. Increases damage to marked enemies. Doesn't remove mark. Ooh. Deals very high void damage to all enemies. 4 hits. Deals extreme void damage to a single target. Removes cell shields and self applies. Defensive on yourself? Okay, we're getting this one. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of focus. Oh god. That's new. This is a new menu. I guess we're the ones doing that now, right? Create the greatest expedition in history. Expedition 33. I wonder what the significance is behind 33 in particular. This framing device is fantastic. The idea that everyone who died, everyone who everyone who died in the process of doing all this, creating these expeditions, trying to get to the monolith, they're all dying, and their death has this pivotal point in it. Even if, like, destroying the monolith led to the Gamage, what we're doing now, taking their coma, them reaching these points. It's beautiful in some way. Their memory lives on. Luna will be Gustav will be happy about that. Don't cut the credits. I keep thinking they're gonna cut the credits. They wouldn't, because we got the new Pictos. But it just feels like we are. Expedition 33-2. This feels like the end of the game. Don't end. Don't end. Clair Obscur. Don't you fucking end. Jesus, I've never been more scared. We have had multiple times in this game now where it could have ended, but it keeps going. Unlocked. Fly! Oh, okay, I gotta play some music here. Head back to Lumiere and expel Renoir from the canvas. Right. So yeah, we just got like all the side stuff to do, and then the final boss. New music? Oh, right, this is good music and all, but I gotta do sync. I'm not muting the music because I'm not enjoying it. I'm muting it because 70. Right, just remember what I was at. Because we're gonna be flying in the air, and I have to do this. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Might think I'm gonna play the FF7 airship theme, but I'm not. I'm gonna play the FF3 one because my favorite one. Right, here we go.
Once we're ready, we can head to.
Oh god! Whoa! Yeah! Oh, this is wonderful. Right. Well, I've got a whole bunch of fucking places to explore, which I will be doing on my own time. But that's it for now, chat. I hope you all enjoyed the penultimate episode of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. What a great game. What a great bunch of story. Oh, God, the music's going to go off. But yeah, that's it. Next time... Oh, he's doing Superman pose! Next time, we're going to go back to Old Lumiere. Wait, is it Old Lumiere or New Lumiere? Yeah, okay, it's regular Lumiere. And defeat Renoir. Right, that's it for now, chat. Goodbye.